Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Obviously, as you have seen from the title, this is the 8th episode of Nancy Drew. According to the info, it is titled The Burning of the Sorrows. Nancy, Bess, Agent Park, and Temperance have to join forces when an attempt to trap a killer ends up unintentionally unleashing a deadly supernatural entity that feeds on people's sorrows. So, quick recap from previous episodes. Ace ended up kind of betraying Amanda, which broke them up. Yay! Which will somehow set the pace for him and Nancy to get together. George met her birth father, but didn't tell Nick about it. So they had a little bit of a fight regarding that, but of course have made up, and they are of course planning a wedding. Bess is learning magic with Temperance, but as I have said, don't trust Temperance because she's only doing this for her own gain. You know that she's got some plan, which is why she is helping Bess. She's probably going to try and do it to get Bess to like turn on them or something, is my guess. And can we just say that I don't exactly know how I feel about the fact that they made the lesbian the witch. It kind of seems like a bit of a slap in the face. You know, maybe I'm completely wrong on that, but I watched something the other day that talked about TV deaths that had massive backlash, and one of the ones they talked about was the death of Tara on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And, you know, it was obviously late 90s, early 2000s. There was a lesbian representation, and they were very happy. And then they killed off Tara, and that kind of caused Willow to go dark and become evil. And there was backlash because of that, because of them kind of turning her evil. Like, here we're taking the gay person and making them evil. You know? So, I mean, in a way I could see it happening because if it's someone you love, yeah, you know, you might go to great lengths to get revenge, and some people would turn evil losing the one they love. So I can see it from that aspect, but I can also see that point. So here, I just started thinking about it, and you know, it's like, well, Bess, they're having her learn witchcraft, and as we know, Bess is a lesbian, so are they going to kind of have her turn gay? And if so, isn't that kind of insulting? But maybe not, because, you know, at the same time, Bess is also pretty badass, so it may end up turning out all right. Let's get started. Temperance probably said that.
Is that a soul splitter? Yeah, I separated George and their dead souls. I was right to put my faith in you. My grimoire. I'm guessing you're not here to digitize my files for the archives. No. Hey, did you get the bait? I of course did. But I don't.
So of course they try to set a trap, and it's not going to work, because if it did, then we really wouldn't have an episode. So now whatever they've unleashed, they're going to have to go ahead and releash it. Let's continue. Good sister.
You have your couch back, I'll go.
Okay, nothing. So maybe it's not about the cat.
So I searched the historical site of date contact, emitting suffering, whatever that means,
Ooh.
and death.
Got any good news in there?
If it consumes your most gut-wrenching memory before you die, then it returns to a dormant state and the venom is neutralized. That's good-ish.
This is being a mother there, sacrificing herself for her daughter because she said, you cannot have her. Which eventually the entity will, because that's how the show goes. But interesting, her daughter is her greatest heartbreak, so obviously something happened with the daughter, which we'll find out as the episode goes on. So, continuing.
Oh, he did. What is he walking about?
What's been on his mind lately? Oh, can you open the door?
You lied. You have been the maid.
wound is spreading.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I can't find a pulse.
Uh-oh. I knew that wasn't going to take care of it, you know. There's obviously more. Probably her daughter is the greatest heartbreak, but if it feeds on other heartbreak, I'm sure she has plenty. It does suck that they split the soul so that she wouldn't be able to say goodbye. And yeah, you gotta wonder about that girl. What did she say her name was? It wasn't Charity, because that was the daughter. Eve, that was it. Which, I'm kind of thinking Eve, huh? Like Adam and Eve? Possibly? But George said she checks out and she scrolled enough, but obviously she has been there in Maine. And the two of them probably are besties. But why would he have never mentioned her to George before? Unless, you know, Nick was trying to start a new life, which is possible. I like how the kids were asking why you call him Ned, because, you know, obviously his real name is Ned Nickerson, but he has recently started going by Nick since he basically got up there to Maine. You know, it's like he's obviously trying to shed his old life, which is not necessarily a bad thing. And obviously in this, we didn't really have anything with Ace or Ryan, so we'll have to find out from them what's going on. I think, as I said, Ace wants to try to feel worthy in order to be with Nancy, which is sweet that he's trying to do that. But I'm glad they got Amanda out of the picture, which, you know, I think that happens more than you think, where you date someone even when you have feelings for someone else. You know, I'm sure it happens. And I'm sure that he wanted to be committed to Amanda, but he couldn't because of where his heart is. Anyways, whew, got about half an hour to go.
That's Cordell.
Let's keep going.
This is the only memory which tempers her self-piercing. This is what the Burning Sorrows wants.
Yeah. Give it to it. Give it to it.
The windows! We need to open the windows, give it everything we found.
Yeah. Give it everything.
I have to do this alone.
She's the doctor because she can regenerate, which actually makes sense because she's blonde, just like Jodie Whittaker. So she's gonna, seems like maybe get a new body. What's it going to be? Is she going to take over one of the bodies that are already there, like Bess or George? Or is it going to be something completely different? Is she going to draw Charity back from the dead? You know, I like how they are referencing past stories, you know, like the woman in white who basically was last year and a bit in season 1 as well. And they're going ahead and referencing her. I like that. I think that helps. You know, one thing that annoys me with shows is when they're doing a season and there's like no references to anything in the past, whether it's past characters, past loves, whatever, you know, when there's no mention of it. Because, you know, just because you've moved on from that particular moment doesn't mean it may not come back in the future. So I like that, you know, we had the mention of the woman in white, and here it is season 3, and she's not really in this season, but we're still getting a reference to her. So I like that. I think Nancy obviously is going to regret her words saying, you know, to Temperance that she's part of the evil. But again, as I said, don't trust Temperance. I mean, I would like to believe that Temperance is back and doing this out of the goodness of her heart, but we know she has an agenda. And I'm guessing that's what's going to happen in like episodes 10, 11, and 12 and whatnot. Hopefully I'll find out today. But yeah, it's like, don't trust her. Obviously they created her for a reason. And I really hope we get a season 4, because if they don't kill Temperance, she might end up being a powerful ally in the next season.
I made it easy for her to steal. She thought they dropped the burning sorrows by mistake.
I said don't trust her. I knew it.
Nothing's ever what it seems.
I said don't trust Temperance. I knew that she had an agenda, and obviously Nancy is the key. So it's amazing that she designed all that. And of course, she also was going ahead and using Bess, and I said do not trust her. So I knew it. I called it on Temperance. So Ace has been... Why do I keep calling him Nick? I don't know why. Ace. Ace is hearing that die. So obviously something is going on with that. Something with the evil entity is picking him, maybe? I'm not sure. The previous or the next episode look outstanding, and I'm going to start it here soon. One thing that is funny to note, though, is that I recorded this off the CW when it was on, and this episode aired, I think, in December during the holidays, because as I go through the commercials, I see that there's holiday commercials. So it's kind of funny because I'm recording this in the month of March. So pretty much like 3 months after the episode aired. But hey, you know what? It happens. I don't know when this will actually be posted. I'm kind of thinking I might hold it for the fall. Obviously you'll know because you'll see this when it's posted. So I might save this for the fall, you know, to kind of go along with October, since this is supernatural and scary and stuff. Or I might throw it up in the summer. I haven't decided yet, but it doesn't matter. You'll see this whenever you see this, whether it's the summer or the fall or whatnot. So this has been such a great season. You know, the writing, as far as I know, is pretty much always on point. So I've enjoyed it. I'm disappointed that there's only 13 episodes as opposed to 18 or 20 from the previous seasons. At the time of this recording, of course, we don't know if there's a season 4. I'm fairly confident, though, that we are going to get a season 4 because there is that spinoff coming, the Tom Swift spinoff. And so I'm pretty confident that what's going to happen is that they will have Nancy Drew go on for season 4, then they will have the Tom Swift, and then somehow there will be a crossover, you know, like maybe Candy McMahon will show up on Tom Swift and the actor who plays Tom will show up on Nancy Drew. That's my guess. Or it could also be that maybe these guys are going to become a part of the Tom Swift. Maybe Nancy Drew will be no more and it'll just be Tom Swift. But I'm fairly confident we will get a season 4. And I hope we get a season 4 because there's so much more we need to discover, especially with Nace. And I'm glad that we found out about Nick, that he just kind of needed some time alone. And Eve says, I think I've killed someone. And I'm like, well, either you did or you didn't. You kind of need to find out. But yeah, she's asking Nick for help. Now, granted, of course, Nick had done it in self-defense. So did she do it in self-defense or was hers deliberate? I don't know. I'm going to start episode 9 here soon. Thank you for joining me for this react. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Hit that notification bell to be notified of when the next episode of Nancy Drew goes up or the other videos that I am working on. Please go ahead, if you can, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. If you're seeing this, you may want to head over to Rubmle for the complete version and not the edited for YouTube version. And if you are watching this on Rubmle, you may want to head over to YouTube to see what has been cut from this video. Because you never know, I'm sure something will be cut. Also, I am joining a platform called Odyssey, so you can head over there as well to watch my videos. And if you can, please support me on Patreon. I know money is tight for a lot of people right now, but hey, if people are still spending $10 to go to a movie, you can spend $3 or $5 to support me on Patreon. You'll see there are 4 different levels ranging from $3 to $25. I'd love to be able to continue to do these videos, so if you can support me on Patreon, I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. I'd love to get a couple of patrons this year. Otherwise, I may have to look at canceling my Patreon, and I really don't want to do that because I really want to continue to make these videos for you guys. So, but thank you for joining me for this react. Leave comments what you thought, how the rest of the season's going to go. No spoilers though. Like I said, I'm going to start episode 9 here soon, so hopefully you won't have to wait too long for that video to go up. I'll see you next time. Bye.